Welcome to the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center. In 2004, a national level institute AMGITA has been started in the field of engineering and technology as per guidelines of All India Council for Technical Education AICTE New Delhi. AMGITA is approved by AICTE New Delhi, Gujarat State and affiliated to Gujarat Technological University Ahmedabad, which is also known as GTU. Our goal is to be an institute of generative ideas so that we remain relevant to our society. The AMGITA has always been an organization on move with continuous effort on improving its processes and to maintain its relevance to the Indian science scenario, with adding new programs in its programmatic portfolio. We strongly believe in overall development of students, so for that we provide them a different platform like state level tech fest, project fair, different sports activity, which helps students to teach teamwork and problem solving skills to get physical health benefits, boost self esteem, and reduce pressure and stress for prove their skills in distinct area. Welcome to the lecture of Power System Operation and Control. Myself, Gaurang C. Patel from Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Student, today we are going to discuss regarding the chapter number 1, that is automatic generation and voltage control. And we will cover the topics, that is understanding of automatic generation and voltage control with the help of block diagram. Okay, so let's begin our lecture session. So in last lecture we were just introducing the subject with the syllabus. From this lecture we will start or we will continue the topic, that is automatic generation and voltage control. Okay, so before proceeding that, I just like to introduce that what is the automatic generation and what is the voltage control. Okay, automatic generation, that means the generation where what we are doing for the power system, that should be recognized that how much generation it could be generate at the particular period of time or as per the requirement. Okay, so ऑटोमेटिक जनरेशन मीन्स कि जनरेशन यूनिट को ये पता रहता है कि भाई हमें अभी लोड की डिमांड क्या है, अभी कितना पावर हमें जनरेट करना है और कितना पावर हमें ट्रांसमिशन लाइन में सेंड करना है. ओके, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट इट हैज टू बी जनरेट द पावर. लेकिन उसके लिए उसे क्या चाहिए, उसके लिए उसे चाहिए कुछ ऐसा डेटा और जिसके बेसिस पे वो डिसाइड कर सके कि कौन से टाइम पे कितना पावर मुझे जनरेट करना है, यानी कि पावर स्टेशन को कितना पावर जनरेट करना है. ओके, तो वो डेटा कैसे हमें प्रोवाइड होता है और कैसे वो उसका कंट्रोलिंग होता है, दैट वी विल लर्न इन दिस थियोरी. ओके, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फर्स्ट पॉइंट that is considering, that is power system operation considered so far was under conditions of steady load. Okay, and however both active and reactive power demands are never steady and they continuously change with the rising or falling trend. That means what it is said that power system operation considered so far was under condition of steady load. पावर सिस्टम ऑपरेशन को हम एक स्टेडी लोड के हिसाब से हम डिज़ाइन करते हैं. एक स्टेडी लोड के हिसाब से हम क्या करते हैं कि भाई हमारे पावर सिस्टम में हो एक स्टेडी लोड है इतना, फॉर एग्जांपल 100 मेगावाट का लोड है तो पूरा दिन 100 मेगावाट ही रहेगा. ऐसे करके हम उसका कैलकुलेशन करते हैं. बट इन रियल केस इट इज़ नॉट द सिनेरियो. रियल केस में ऐसा नहीं होता है. वाई? बिकॉज द एक्टिव एंड रिएक्टिव पावर डिमांड्स आर कंटिन्यूसली वेरीज. As we discussed that there is no certain things that which what kind of load will be switched at the what time. Okay, so due to that we cannot predict that about 8 to 10 or 10 to 12 o'clock what kind of load is going to be connected to the system. Okay, so according to that scenario also we have to think about that as a power system engineer, and we should make our system that it could be cope up with this variation. Okay, now once again the another point, that is steam input to turbo generators, that is और water input और hydro generators. हमारा जो भी generator है कितने तरह से हम power generate करते हैं, either it is steam generator, either it is hydro generator, either it is nuclear power station. So that is steam input to turbo generator must therefore be continuously regulated to match the active power demand, and failing with the machine speed will vary with consequent change in frequency which may be highly undesirable, and maximum permissible change in power frequency is 0.5 hertz. Okay, so what it's want to say that is steam input to the turbo generators must therefore be continuously regulated. टर्बो जनरेटर का जो स्पीड है वो कंटिन्यूसली रेगुलेटेड होना चाहिए. वाई? बिकॉज इफ इट इज नॉट रेगुलेटेड देन your power demand is not going to be satisfactorily provided. Okay, now if and it is not regulated, that means your machine speed will be vary, and if your machine speed will vary, your desired frequency is going to be varied, and if this frequency is varied up to the permissible limit, that is plus or minus 5%, then it could be a system failure occurs. Okay, so that's why your speed and frequency should be matched at the particular time of generation. Okay, now another point, that is also the excitation of generators must be continuously regulated to match the reactive power demand. अब हमारा जो जनरेटर है उसका एक्साइटेशन पावर भी रेगुलेटेड होना चाहिए. ओके, एज पर द रिएक्टिव पावर डिमांड. ओके, सो उसके लिए भी हमें कुछ ना कुछ सेंसर्स चाहिए. ओके, now all those things it could be understood from one figure is given below, and from that we can easily understood how we can do the automatic generation and how it is possible to match the active and reactive power demand for the particular time. Okay, so now in modern large interconnected systems, manual regulation is not feasible, and therefore automatic generation and voltage regulation equipment is installed on each generator. Okay, now this is the case why we are equipped all the automatic voltage regulation and equipment. ओके, इनिशियली जब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इवॉल्व हुई थी, ओके, तो पावर सिस्टम में क्या था, एक सिंगल जनरेटर था. सिंगल जनरेटर से एक पर्टिकुलर छोटे से एरिया को हम लोग पावर प्रोवाइड करते थे. ओके, सो इन दैट केस वी कैन कंट्रोल द सिस्टम बाय मैन्युअली कि भाई कितना पावर चाहिए, जनरेटर की कितनी स्पीड रखनी है. सो दैट all we can do it by manually change the speed setting or manually change the valve setting of the generator. Okay, but nowadays that is not the case. Okay, because modern day what is increasing, the electricity demand is increasing day by day. Okay, now electricity demand is increasing day by day, so satisfy the needs of electricity, what should we have to do? We must have to install a more generation unit. So more generation unit, that means each and everywhere we cannot uh, reach by manually. Okay, so that's why we need an automatic जनरेशन. ओके, सभी जगह पे तो हम मैन्युअली पहुंच नहीं सकते और उसको पहुंचने में देर भी बहुत लगेगी. ओके, सो उसके लिए टाइम का वेस्ट होगा. फॉर एग्जांपल कहीं पे अगर कुछ फॉल्ट हुआ है, उसको मैन्युअली हम अगर हटाने जाएंगे तो इट विल टेक a long time. Okay, but if we have the automatic system, then that what should we do, we can easily, or we can easily sense the fault and remove that particular line or voltage, or trip the signal, so it can be isolated from the healthy part. Okay, so it will reduce the time of fault clearance, and it will make sure that your power will be delivered reliably to the your consumers. Okay, so that's why in today's scenario, in modern large interconnected system, manual regulation is not feasible, and therefore automatic generation and voltage regulation equipment is installed. This is the main reason why automatic generation and voltage regulation equipment is installed nowadays. Okay, so second term, that is interconnected system. Now I hope you all know what is the interconnected system. Okay, so interconnected system means what? Interconnected system means, if we consider in India, there is all the power system is interconnected. That means if I produce the electricity in our region, in our Gujarat, if we take an example, अगर हम गुजरात में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस करते हैं तो उस इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को हमें अगर दिल्ली और दूसरे नेबरिंग स्टेट में अगर हमें ट्रांसमिट करना है, देन इट कैन बी मेक पॉसिबल। ओके, तो उससे एडवांटेज क्या रहेगा कि भाई जिस स्टेट में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की डिमांड ज़्यादा है लेकिन वो प्रोड्यूस कम कर रहा है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, तो हम उसे सप्लाई कर सकेंगे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, गुजरात इज द सरप्लस electricity generating state. So what we are doing, we are selling the electricity to our neighboring states, and it is only possible due to the interconnected system. Okay, so this is the main benefit of interconnected system, that you can produce the electricity at anywhere, at in your at any part of your state, and you can send or transmit the electricity whenever it's required. Okay, so this is the main advantage of interconnected system. That means all the system is connected with each other. And the drawback of this system, always if there is a there is always pros and cons of each and every system. Okay, so the drawback or disadvantage, you can say, the system it has, if fault is occurred at somewhere, and if they were not removed at particular time or in particular limit, so that fault can be pursued or can be persist in another line as well. अगर कहीं पे फॉल्ट हुआ है, ओके, तो अब कनेक्शन तो इंटरकनेक्टेड हो गया, ठीक है, सभी लाइंस एक दूसरे से जुड़ी हुई है। अगर वो फॉल्ट को हम जल्दी से जल्दी लाइन से रिमूव नहीं करेंगे और हेल्दी पार्ट से अगर वो रिमूव नहीं होगा फॉल्ट, तो वो अनहेल्दी पार्ट, जो हेल्दी पार्ट है, हेल्दी लाइन है, उसको भी फॉल्टी बना देगा। ओके, सो अननेसेसरीली क्या होगा, वहां पे भी पावर कट हो जाएगा जहां एक्चुअली तो फॉल्ट नहीं है, बट व्हाई पावर इज गोइंग टू बी कट, because we are not taking care of them where fault has begun. So this is one of the drawback of the interconnected system as well. Okay, so I hope you know what is the interconnected system now another things, that is, figure gives the schematic diagram of load frequency and excitation voltage regulator of a turbo generator. Now we will see the figure over here. This is the figure, that what I am talking about. Have you seen the figure? Figure દેખાય છે ને તમને સ્ટુડન્ટ?
हाँ सर.
હા, અને અવાજ બી ક્લિયર આવે છે ને?
हाँ सर.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so this is the figure that what I am talking about. I will explain what is this figure it's all about. But before that, we just seen, that is, okay, the figure gives the schematic diagram of load frequency and excitation voltage regulators of the turbo generator. Now the controllers are set for a particular operating condition, and they take care of small changes in load demand without frequency and voltage. Okay, now what is the role of controller? The controllers are set for a particular operating condition. हमने जो controller वहाँ पे रखा हुआ है, that is set for particular condition. That means if voltage or if current is increased beyond the limit, they will take care of it. They will immediately sense the amount of voltage and current, and it will inform to the system, controlling system, that is, your voltage or your current or your whatever data you put, that is not in permissible range, so please make the correction and make the system okay. Okay, so यहाँ पे हमारा डेटा क्या रहेगा, बेसिकली इट इज फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड वोल्टेज. ओके, सो with the passage of time, as the change in load demand becomes large, the controllers must be reset either manually or automatically. Okay, अगर हमारे लोड की जो डिमांड है वो अगर कंटिन्यूसली वेरी हो रही है और उसका जो रेशियो है वो it becomes, if it is in large amount, then it will be controlled by the controllers that we put in the system. Okay, now you can see over here, just a moment. Okay, so this is the figure you can see now, and this is the figure that is stands for automatic generation. Okay, now automatic generation and voltage control, that means first of all you can see over here, this is the figure. Now this part is your turbine. Okay, turbine में क्या होता है कि जो भी आपका इनपुट है, for example it is a steam, if it is a thermal power station, then we consider if it is a thermal power station, then what is the input, it could be the steam. Okay, जब steam आपके टरबाइन पे थ्रो होगी तो टरबाइन की ब्लेड पे वो टरबाइन की ब्लेड पे स्टीम थ्रो होगी, देन आफ्टर योर ब्लेड विल गोइंग टू बी रोटेटेड एज पर द प्रेशर ऑफ द स्टीम. Okay, now your generator is connected with your turbine shaft. Over here you can see your generator is connected with your turbine shaft. So what happened, whatever the amount of steam we throw to the turbine, your speed is depend on that. जितनी steam आप जितनी ज़्यादा प्रेशर से यहाँ से थ्रो करोगे उतनी स्पीड से आपका टरबाइन की ब्लेड घूमेगी. जितनी टरबाइन के ब्लेड की स्पीड है उसकी वजह से उसका ये शाफ्ट उतनी स्पीड पे घूमेगा, और ये शाफ्ट आपका कनेक्टेड है जनरेटर के साथ. ओके, सो योर शाफ्ट इज कनेक्टेड विद द जनरेटर. सो जनरेटर स्पीड इज ऑल्सो डिपेंड्स ऑन द टरबाइन स्पीड, एंड बोथ आर द स्पीड डिपेंड्स ऑन द स्पीड ऑफ द स्टीम. ओके, और ये स्टीम को कौन कंट्रोल कर रहा है यहाँ पे, दैट इज अ स्टीम वाल्व कंट्रोलर. It is a steam valve controller. Student, it is very important to know how your valve is controlled, that is controlled by the steam valve controller. So initially हमने देखा कि भाई जब पहले सिंगल जनरेटर की बात होती थी तब क्या हो रहा था कि हम यहाँ से मैन्युअली वाल्व की पोजीशन चेंज कर सकते थे, लेकिन ऑटोमेटिक जनरेशन में अब क्या हो रहा है वो देखेंगे हम. नाउ मेन फंक्शन इट इज टू रेगुलेट द स्टीम वाल्व. अब हमारे स्टीम वाल्व को हाउ इट वुड बी नॉन कि भाई हमें अब कितना ओपन होना है कितना क्लोज होना है, हाउ इट वुड बी नोन. सो इट वुड बी नोन बाय it is having the sensor. Look at this is the sensor and it will sense the frequency. And how it is sense the frequency, because there is a feedback is given from here. Okay, यहाँ पे ये जनरेटर की स्पीड है, ये जनरेटर की स्पीड है, जनरेटर अपनी स्पीड पे घूम रहा है, यहाँ पे एक्साइटेशन कंट्रोल लगाया है. ओके, और ये यहाँ पे क्या है, दैट इज द वोल्टेज सेंसर एंड कंपैरेटर. नाउ जनरेटर विल जनरेट द वोल्टेज ओवर हियर एंड सेंड टू द ट्रांसमिशन लाइन. दिस इज P plus JQ, that means P that is your stands for your active power and JQ that is stands for reactive power. Okay, now what happen over here, आपका जनरेटर एक प्रॉपर फॉर एग्जांपल 1500 आरपीएम की स्पीड पे घूम रहा है. 1500 आरपीएम की स्पीड पे घूमते घूमते उन्होंने 415 वोल्ट जनरेट किया. 415 वोल्ट जनरेट किया, वो क्या जनरेट करेगा, पावर जनरेट करेगा. ओके, सो पावर आपका बोथ इट इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एक्टिव पावर एंड रिएक्टिव पावर. नाउ ओवर हियर the speed and frequency will be sensed by this controller. Okay, जैसे ही अगर लोड की डिमांड यहाँ पे बढ़ती है, लोड की डिमांड जनरेटर पे बढ़ती है, दैट मीन्स जैसे ही लोड बढ़ेगा आपका जनरेटर का स्पीड क्या होगा, कम होगा. ओके, किसी भी चीज़ अगर स्पीड में जा रही है, अगर उस पर लोड बढ़ता है, देन व्हाट हैपन, द स्पीड इज गोइंग टू बी रिड्यूस्ड. नाउ दिस स्पीड इज रिड्यूस्ड एंड दिस स्पीड, ड्यू टू दिस स्पीड इज रिड्यूस्ड, your frequency is going to be reduced. Okay, now if frequency is going to be reduced, that frequency is sensed by this sensor. यहाँ पे इस सेंसर ने ये है आपकी यहाँ पे एक रेफरेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी दी हुई है. फॉर एग्जांपल रेफरेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी हमने 50 हर्ट्ज पे सेट करके रखी है. ठीक है स्टूडेंट, रेफरेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी हमने 50 हर्ट्ज पे यहाँ पे सेट करके रखी है, और यहाँ से जो स्पीड चेंज हुई उसकी वजह से हमारी फ्रीक्वेंसी हो गई फॉर एग्जांपल 49 हर्ट्ज. सो हमारी रेफरेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी तो 50 हर्ट्ज है, और ड्यू टू द ओवरलोडिंग आपकी फ्रीक्वेंसी यहाँ पे कम हो गई. नाउ व्हाट हैपन, दे विल कंपेयर ओवर हियर कि भाई हमें तो रेफरेंस में 50 होनी चाहिए लेकिन यहाँ पे 49 हो रही है. नाउ इमीडिएटली इट विल सेंस दैट इज एंड सेंड द सिग्नल टू द स्टीम वाल्व कंट्रोलर कि भाई आप स्टीम वाल्व को थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा ओपन कीजिए कि उसकी वजह से आपका जो स्टीम का फ्लो है वो ज़्यादा टरबाइन पे हो, और टरबाइन की स्पीड मुझे अब थोड़ी बढ़ानी पड़ेगी क्योंकि हमारी यहाँ पे स्पीड कम हो गई है ओवरलोडिंग की वजह से. नाउ सेम इमीडिएटली एक्शन विल बी टेक प्लेस बाय द स्टीम वाल्व कंट्रोलर, एंड स्टीम वाल्व विल ओपन दिस valve, and due to that operation your steam is the throw of steam is going to be increased on your turbine, so the speed of the blade is going to be increased, and ultimately your this piston, or you can say this shaft, is connected with this blade, and this shaft is connected with the generator as well. So immediately आपका generator की speed भी बढ़ जाएगी. Okay, so students, that's how it will continuously keep watching what is the frequency of the system, and continuously it will send the signal to the steam valve controller, and that's how our frequency is going to be controlled in automatic generation and voltage control. Similarly यहाँ पे ये जो है voltage को सेंस कर रहा है. ओके, नाउ our reference voltage is 415 volts suppose, and due to the overloading your 450 volt is going to be reduced. So what happened, this sensor is immediately send the signal कि भाई हमें तो 415 वोल्ट चाहिए लेकिन वो जनरेट नहीं हो रहा है. Okay, so immediately it will send the signal to the excitation control, and according to the need this excitation control will change its field setting control, and it will give it to the sense to the generator. So ऐसे आपका वोल्टेज सेंसर इमीडिएटली आपको एक्साइटेशन कंट्रोल को सिग्नल देगा, और आपका एक्साइटेशन कंट्रोल वापस जनरेटर को कंट्रोल करेगा, और आपका वोल्टेज भी जो भी रेफरेंस वोल्टेज है उसके नियरली सेट हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज द स्कीमेटिक डायग्राम, एंड दैट्स हाउ you can understood how your automatic voltage control is going to be work for your power system. Okay, so I hope you understood the operation of automatic voltage control through this figure. Okay, so now we will go for the theory. Now here the thing what I explained to you, that is same theory that is given over here. Now we will see the step by step what is the operation. So you can easily, if this theory is asked in examination, and so many times it is asked in examination, so you can write down this theory, as well as you can also write down with your own words as well. But main thing is to understand what is the operation and what is the main concept behind the theory. Okay, so now you can see over here, just a moment. Okay, now for small changes active power is dependent on internal machine angle and is independent of bus voltage, while bus voltage is dependent on machine excitation, therefore on reactive generation Q, and is independent of machine angle delta. Change in angle delta is caused by momentary change in generator speed. Okay, then therefore load frequency and excitation voltage controls are non-interactive for small changes and can be modeled and analyzed independently. Okay, so furthermore excitation voltage control is fast acting, in which the major time constant encounter is that of the generator field, while the power frequency control is slow acting, with the major time constant contributed by the turbine and generator moment of the inertia. This time constant is much larger than that of the generator field. Thus, the transient in excitation voltage control vanish much faster and do not affect any dynamics of frequency control. Okay, so change in load demand can be identified as, first is that हम change in load demand कैसे identify कर सकते हैं. Then it is, first of all, slow varying changes. It means in mean demand, and fast random variations around the mean demand. Okay, the regulators must be designed to be insensitive to fast random changes, otherwise the system will be prone to hunting, resulting in excessive wear and tear for rotating machines and control equipment. So students, that's how you can explain this theory for the automatic generation and voltage control. Okay, so I hope you understood this theory very well, and if it is asked in examination, you, as I told you, you can also explain your in your own words as well. But main thing is you must understood the concept behind the automatic generation and voltage control. Okay, so thank you very much. So students, finally As in every lecture, after completion of every lecture, I will try to give you a message that please remember turn off the light when it is not required. Okay, so please save the energy, save the electricity. Thank you very much.